This is the chapter for sonar under the marine instrumentation topic. So let's take a look of some information related to it. So what is sonar? Sonar is an acronym that stands for sound, navigation and ranging. From the diagram, you can see this vessel over here. The transducer under it is emitting pings and receive back the reflected echo. Ping is the pulse of emitted sound and echo is the reflections of the sound wave. We are literally use sound and its echo, especially underwater, for waterways navigations and to locate things. The acronym of sonar later on become common word like radar and scuba that we always use. These are the acronyms with certain meanings too, like laser. Can you guess what do these acronyms stands for? By definitions, sonar is a method or device for detecting and locating objects, especially underwater, by means of sound wave sent out to be reflected by the objects. This is the definition found from Merriam-Webster websites. But who found sonar? The word was coined by an American scientist, Frederick Vinton Hahn, in 1940s while in the World War II. But active sonar was first used in 1917 by Paul Langevin, a French physicist. However, Leonardo da Vinci in 1490s was the first to use the passive sonar when he puts a tube onto water and listen. By nature, scientists study bats as they can maneuver in the dark and find food without using their eyes. In 1790s, the Italian scientist Lazzaro Spallanzani and the Swiss naturalist Louis Jurin first found that bats may use their hearing to locate things. However, in 1940s, a Harvard student, a zoologist, Donald Griffin, and the physicist George Washington Pierce were the first to listen to the ultrasonic echolocation calls of bats. Griffins coined the term echolocation, which described how bats change their call design as they approach their targets. While in the underwater world, in 1950s, the famous Jacques-Yves Cousteau suggested in his first book, The Silent World, that porpoise had something like sonar, judging by their navigational abilities. Then, this later confirmed by William Cheville and Arthur McBride in their paper, The Evidence for Echolocation by Cetaceans, and adapting from them. That is what we are doing right now, using echo sounder underwater. To understand more, we need to learn a few things about sound. Take a look around us. We will always hear things. But why do we use sound? In the water column or in the underwater environment, our visibility is limited. We can only see in the short range even when we are in the clear water. It is likely the result of lack of light source that can pass through the water column. We can see example like in this big and wide aquarium, which fish at the back is vague when compared to the fish at the front, but in between it will look less clear. Sound wave also works better in water than in air, contrary to the nature of light wave. As sound is a mechanical wave, it requires a medium to travel. See at this diagram. The luminous plates resemble molecules in a medium. In air, sound travels about 343 meters per second and more than 4 times faster in the seawater, which about 1,500 meters per second. The denser the medium, the faster the sound wave will travel. Another example like the speaker here. This speaker disturbs the air molecules around it like ripples and make a sound out of it. Sound wave is a longitudinal and it oscillates parallel to the wave directions with compress and expand motion when it moves, which is also known as displacement wave. Quite different with the light wave, which is a transverse wave. The back and forth of vocal cords or diaphragm vibrate the surround air and created sound like our voice and your smartphone new message. So to us, why do we use sonar and learn about it? So for a common vessel, sonar is used to measure the depth for their safe passage. The clearance depth must be deeper than their vessel draft. For a scientist like oceanographer, they use it to map the seafloor, tsunami research, and find oil. While for fishery vessels, they can use it to detect fish. Or in advanced technology, they may use it for features identifications and for military purposes. The science that concern with the production, control, transmission, reception, and effect of sound is known as acoustic. There are a lot of different acoustic fields of study. If you study acoustics, you might study the sound on people, animals, or even objects. Let's hear some of the field explored by the people at Acoustical Society of America, ASA.
There are many different career opportunities in acoustics, from bachelor level positions all the way through PhD type positions.
I work in the field of bioacoustics or animal bioacoustics. So I use acoustic technology to study life in the ocean and on land.
I do research on sports equipment. I use the vibration and acoustic signatures of baseball bats to tell me how they perform.
I deal with high amplitude noises. Particularly I work with military jets.
And explosions. We've done work on explosions and blast waves.
I'm doing biomedical ultrasound, where we are trying to measure the stiffness of liver tissue using ultrasound.
My main focus is concert halls and how people perceive concert halls.
Contextual acoustics is really the study of how sound travels in a room. And we try to then figure out what it is about that room that makes the room sound that way. Is it reflections coming from sidewalls or the ceiling, or is it some sort of material property, or lots of other factors like that?